Alright, now what we're going to do next is we're going to try to figure out where his pants are and all that, so, and his top of his boot or his shoe. And we'll do this. Alright, and a little line there and middle of the shoes. Of course we're going to take that straight back and up the back here a little bit. Alright, let's do this first. Alright, and then we'll do the front. We're going to do a lot more cutting here yet. I'm sort of just taking my time and figuring exactly what I want to do with this. And of course this is going to be a little more difficult because this is right underneath the pumpkin. What you're going to do is you're going to cut across. Let me make this wet. This really does make it nice and soft. And we're going to do that as well. And just makes things a little easier to maneuver and to handle. You don't have to put as much pressure on it. One thing you want to not worry about, but be really concerned about when you use this solution, you don't want to soak it to death or put it in a bag like some people have. I'm not saying that's all wrong, but my experience with it, it will check or split on you. And it still can, even with what we're doing now, but if you use it sparingly, you should be okay. So, you know, if your wood is really dry, you should not really have a problem with it. That's what I've kind of found out with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to just bring this up and round these up a little bit, because that pumpkin's going to stick out a little ways. That's alright. And we're not done there. And just take little, you know, when you carve, you don't want to take big hunks out at one time. You know, it's like just peeling a potato, you know, it's taking a layer off at a time. There's a lot of it right there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to start going around here. And see what I just did? As I got closer to the edge here, instead of going all the way across with my knife with the possibility of slipping, I did it automatically. I flipped it around and I was going to go from the opposite side. We're going to go underneath. Alright, we're going to go underneath. Just like so. There we go. Now, take that out a little bit. And we're going to have those pants sticking out just a tad. Alright, see how I can do this from the opposite side? I don't have a problem with it because it's, you know, this I had to get to the end, but because I'm doing the other side, it's easier to do it without. So what I'm going to do here, and I just thought of this, I might have some of these some of the straw coming out from underneath and at the top here, and then the shoes coming down another layer. Alright, so I just thought of that now. The other thing you could also do if you want to, you can kind of bring this in a little bit and have straw coming out this way as well. Well, that's the other thing we're going to do. You'll see when we get to that. We never made a scarecrow at the farm. Then we never really had crops either. How well they work, I have no idea. But I know we have a small patch of raspberries here, and you know, some of our neighbors really had a hard time with doing anything with raspberries because the birds would eat everything. We had no problem with that, and that might be because we have cats around. So that's a real possibility that that was not going to be an issue because of that. But I don't know how much a scarecrow would keep things away. Obviously it must have done something in the past because it's well known to use one of these. I'm not a gardener, so I don't know what if they would still use something like this. I have seen at some of these Amish farms they put things together like foil, like the foil pie pans, the aluminum ones, the throwaway ones that you can pick up at the store, and they'll put little holes on them, put them on a stick. And I guess the shininess and the noise of it rumbling around in the wind scares away stuff. So alright, so we spent some time doing the bottom part. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is round off the bottom part of the pumpkin. Just let's get rid of that hard edge there, all the way at the top here. You know, you're not going to get the whole pumpkin out, but you're going to just give it the illusion it's got a pumpkin in its hand. Alright. Alright, and right here we're going to take the stem out. This goes down just a tad. Alright. The stem comes in there. Nice little V cut there. What we're going to do is we're going to go straight across. Alright, and we're going to take this down just a little bit, and we're going to start rounding this portion up. Okay, this is a little bit of, when we're doing this, we're not getting the full scope of the pumpkin. We just want to give it the illusion of a pumpkin, of it holding something. It's still 3D, or it's still in the round, but you know, you're going to be limited sometimes how much you can actually put out there. Now we can always cut more of this out in the back and make this deeper, and we'll probably will. But when you get into this kind of stuff, it's more like a relief carving than an actual true to in the round. If that makes sense to you. Alright, I'm going to put a little bit of a slant on that stem, okay, just to give it a little bit of a, alright. Now, here is going to be kind of interesting. What we're going to do is we're going to cut this in first, alright, we're going to cut that in first, right there. We're just going to take, I see we're running out of time. I'll be right back.